Hey everyone, it's Strange Michael. I hope you're doing well today. I have a film here to review from 2019 that I've really wanted to see, and it finally showed up on Hulu where I could check it out sometime on my own behalf and not have to pay a ton of rental fees or anything like that. This movie is called Ford v Ferrari. It came out in 2019. It's about 2.5 hours long. You'd never know because it zooms by. The pacing is perfect on this. It's a masterpiece of Mr. James Mangold's career. The man who brought us The Wolverine, which is my favorite Wolverine movie, Logan, Indiana Jones 5, which I haven't seen, but I don't blame James Mangold for, and also Copland, and a lot of other really cool things too. Mr. Mangold is a very, very talented director who does, once again, a wonderful job with a really cool, based on a true story situation. This is a cool flick that I recommend quite a bit in case you haven't seen it. Whether you're into cars or whether you're into just good, really solid, long movies, this is really for you, no matter who you are. Everything about it was a fantastic masterclass. So where do I even start with this movie? It stars Christian Bale and Matt Damon as two men who are kind of picked up to lead the Ford Motor Company into creating a brand new car called the Ford 40 GT, I believe is what it's called, or GT40? I think it's the GT40. I'm not a good car guy. All I know is it looks like the Ford GT that I play with on Gran Turismo 4 and things like other games that I love. Anyway, so I think this takes place either in the 50s or the 60s. I'm not really sure. Maybe the 70s. I think it's the 50s and 60s, though, because of the kind of cars you see around, the kind of time period, the look of people's outfits and whatever. Anyway, so they're chosen to lead this team. Carroll Shelby is who Matt Damon plays, of course, the Shelby Cobra Company. That's who he is. And they're having a lot of struggles because at this particular time, because of some personal disrespect from the Ferrari company, Ford Motor Company decides to lead its way into race carring and try to develop something that can beat out Ferrari completely. And they have a cool struggle here. We mainly focus on the Ford Motor Company's perspective of this through Matt Damon and Christian Bale, who plays the driver, and also friend of Matt Damon, Ken Miles, who was trying to help develop this car as best he possibly could. This was a cool flick. It was really cool. Again, I'm not a car guy. I love racing games. I love stuff like that. I grew up on that kind of thing. But I'm not a car guy. If you're trying to talk about torque and shit with me, I don't know what I'm talking about. If you try to talk horsepower, I think 200 sounds pretty damn high. Not really, though. If you played Gran Turismo 4, you'd probably know that very quickly. Anyway, I loved this. I thought it was so good. It was beautifully acted. Everybody from the adults to the children actors are great. Might be one of the best Matt Damon performances since probably Good Will Hunting, in my personal opinion. Christian Bale, it's one of his best performances since The Fighter. This dude, both of these guys, are incredible. Even down to the guy who played Ford himself was really good. And even Enzo Ferrari's actor was really good. I enjoyed all of it. If you like action, but like with a drama side, with a personal character side, this movie meets all of that. It has some good humor in there, some really strong character writing about the struggles of Ken Miles, the Christian Bale character, and kind of when he loses his garage, he immediately gets brought into this situation making $200 a week, and it really brings his life around the way he wanted it to. I love this. I thought it was very inspirational. The final race of the film, there's a few of them in here, and quite a few scenes of testing out the Ford GT40 that they're building. But the actual final race in the movie was really, really cool, very tense, really enjoyed that. It was the Le Mans 24-hour race, as a matter of fact, from Gran Turismo that I also loved. I just saw that in the Gran Turismo movie I saw for the first time. Now I'm on this big car hook where I want to watch about a lot of movies about cars and driving and stuff. This really hooked me, though. I'd wanted to see Ford v Ferrari for so long, and it really lived up to everything I wanted it to be. The cinematography is really good. The places they shot at look incredible. The camera work is really good and very, very masterful for certain scenes, certain turns that Christian Bale might have to take in the car. I loved it. The drama part of it was great. There's not really any family drama like I expected there to be. There's a lot of just this team trying to work together to build what they can and having to deal with the suits above them in the company. That stuff was so impressive. That stuff was so impressive, and I loved it so much. Every minute of it, essentially. It was so well done, and again, everything in this movie, as far as I can tell, aside from one obvious scene, was very much, I'm pretty sure, in-camera practical effects for the racing, crashes, anything like that. They were all pretty much practical from what I could tell. However, there is a couple of moments of CGI that I'm convinced were CGI. There's no way to get around it. They look like it. But everything else looked wonderful to me. I thought it was super engaging, just fun to watch from beginning to end. The whole 2.5 hours, like I said, just flew by. You'd never feel it. I had a blast. The music is really good for what it is. To fit this kind of movie, if you took this music and put it somewhere else, again, like let's say Gran Turismo, or Gran Turismo's video games or something, I would not like it. I would not. But it fits this movie so well. Ford v Ferrari, again, is such a surprise. It was not what I expected it to be. It was even better than that, and that's a huge compliment coming from me. I give it a huge, a huge recommendation in case you haven't checked it out before. It has a lot to offer. I think a lot of people would enjoy this, no matter, again, who you are, whether you're a car person or a drama person or just a good movie fan in general. You're going to find some kind of really cool engagement in here because it has everything. It really does. If I had to rate Ford v Ferrari on a 5-star basis, I think I'd give it a 5 out of 5 stars. Really good flick, really big recommendation for me. A lot of heart and soul and passion put in this film. Behind the camera, in front of the camera, it's great. Definitely a big recommendation for me. I loved it. Anyway, if you love based on a true story films, check this out too. Really cool flick about a story I didn't know about, but apparently was a very big deal back in the day. Anyway, have you seen Ford v Ferrari? What do you think about it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and comments about it down in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless you all, and goodbye.